Hello and welcome to the Primaris Project Part 2, where I'll be showing off some work in progress and speculating on the future. So the first thing I want to show you is a pretty much finished Gravis Captain. I'm happy with him now. I like the extreme highlights on his armour. I think the cloak still needs a little bit more work, but that's something that can easily be done. But this is the colour scheme I'm going to be going for. A burnished gold, a dark grey with extreme grey highlights on the red arm, with a light red highlight. So there we go. A second work in progress I have, which if you've seen Monday's video on the Primaris Tacticus armour, I'm filling in the slot in the helmet for the crest. It's pretty much done, but just needs that little bit more to make sure it's smooth. And then finally, we've got the intercessor squads. Now, these are a bit way off from being finished yet, as you'll see. They've only really got the block colours, there's no shading done on them, etc. But it allows me to discuss what I've got planned for squad markings, etc. As you'll see, I'm having sergeants be painted with their left knee painted red, as well as a red stripe on their helmet, whereas the command element is only having the red stripe on the helmet. I'm not sure if you can see it that well there. You can see the difference here as well from the reds and the golds versus the Primaris Captain, where they're much more burnished and not as bright, as well as lacking the highlights. But yeah, that's my plan for them. They should be done by next week's Primaris Project, and I'm hoping to get the Inceptors done by then as well. The reason I want to get these done sooner rather than later is next Tuesday's Tuesday Tactics is going to be on the Intercessors once I get a full game of 8th edition under my belt, which is the plan for the next couple of days as well. So, some speculation on the future then. Over the last few days, the Bell of Lost Souls released an article showing the Reaver stat line as well as their rules, etc. I'll leave a link to the article in the description below. But in there, I can say that my predictions from this Tuesday's Tuesday Tactics were more or less right, where they just have intercessor stats with the bolt pistols being a AP of -1, the combat blades providing an extra attack. It was very cool to see the fact that their grenades stop Overwatch rather than it just being an automatic. Means you have to decide to give up a round of shooting, which you probably will. But I'm more interested in the things that they're missing and the rules download. The rules download allows them to be taken in squads of 5 to 10. Whereas every other Primaris option is maxed out at 5, or 3 for Inceptors, or 1 for the special characters. So this says to me the signs of the future, where I think once the full Codex release is out, we're going to see Inceptors being allowed to be taken up to 10. I also noticed they're lacking something from their fluff, which shows they're infiltrating specialists, so I think the full release is going to have something to let them start further up the board, or a pseudo deep strike for grav shoots, etc. I also think there's going to be options due to the fact there's been artwork shown around with Reavers using bolt rifles. Similarly, I think there's going to be options for intercessors where I personally believe they're going to be able to take auto bolt rifles, perhaps 1 in 5 or maybe even 1 in 10, just to push that large squad mentality. But other than that, I don't have a lot of speculation for the future. Chapter tactics are going to be a thing according to the Warhammer community release on the article about the Space Marine Codex. I think we're probably going to see the same as last edition for chapters, but maybe Crimson Fists will get their own version of chapter tactics now. As for the one I'm going to be using, it'll either be one that supports, well, either deep rapid attacks or survivability. Depends on whether I'm leaning more for the original Dusk Raiders, or more of their Death Guard teachings of survivability and attrition warfare. To help me with this, I'm going to be hopefully catch the Friday live stream on the Warhammer Community Twitch page, where they're going to be using the Redemptor Dreadnought and showing off the Ultramarines chapter tactics. This should give us a good idea of what's to come in the future. But that's it for this one, another short video, only 6 minutes-ish long. So, as for next week's Primaris Project video, is going to be a finish Intercessor and hopefully finish Inceptor squad. Tuesday tactics is going to be Intercessors. The Miniature Monday is going to be a Reavers unboxing and model review. And that's it for my next week's plans. So I hope you liked the video. Thanks for making last week's Primaris Project the fastest growing video on my channel. If you liked it, please share it around on Twitter, like the video and subscribe so you're notified of when I upload more content. I upload regularly on the days at 4 PM British time. So yeah, that has been That Welsh Nerd, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.